Greetings and welcome back to The Booth, the first and only podcast dedicated solely to WVU women's basketball. I'm Chad Adkins and I have the pleasure of being joined by Shane Terrell. We're recording in the basement bar booth of Mario's Fishbowl Suncrest on University Avenue in Morgantown, West Virginia, home of the world famous Fishbowl.
Cheers.
Cheers. You like that growl right there? That's pretty good.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll just start off by saying, we lied last episode. We did make it to the Big 12 championship in Kansas City.
Yes, we did.
It was a really good time. The city hosted it well. It just sucks that it's a home game for Kansas State and Kansas and Iowa State. They all are like within an hour and a half of there.
It was a home game. But first of all, I've already apologized to you, but I'll make an official apology about putting you in the middle of nowhere just to have a little barbecue and freeze to death. But
yeah, we met.
But it was fun. Jones Barbecue and... it
was in Kansas City, Kansas, actually. We just got off the plane, but yeah, we met some rustic Kansas City folk there. A lot of, we got to view the local artwork via graffiti. And, we got there a little bit early and it was cold. We had nowhere to hang out. And there's this place literally called The Bar. And there were a few guys that looked like they frequented the bar every day at opening. It was an interesting.
It was a smoking bar too, mind you.
Yeah. I was like, "Is it legal to smoke in here?" And
they were.
What, is it illegal to smoke somewhere in a bar?
That's how our trip started. Is me picking a random place and
they had great barbecue. Joe's Barbecue, Kansas City, Kansas. And
it was good, but
right off the highway. Maybe I'll pop the picture in right here.
It was a drive-up barbecue. There was nowhere to sit, so we had to stand outside in the cold and eat.
38 degrees eating barbecue.
Anyway, sorry to sidetrack. I just had to bring that up.
That's all right.
That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
But the games, I think against Cincinnati that first night, great time that night too. We won by 15, but there was a stretch where, we were up by 25 at one point and they battled back because we went cold. And I think that was the issue against Kansas State again. We went cold. And coming up in the, NCAAs, we can't do that.
Yeah, we can't get by with that. I don't know if we start out good, you get fatigued a little bit, and next thing I know, you let them back in it, or really what the answer is. Sometimes you just do go cold too. You just start missing some shots. One missed shot leads to another.
But it seems like we've been
we've consistently done it.
Yeah, the last few games especially, and quite honestly, I feel if we can stay hot, we can compete literally with anybody in the country. If we stay hot. I don't know. It's just depressing to me, that let's continue with our Kansas City adventure.
Yeah, that's probably the Cincinnati and those games have been talked about. They're kind of repeats in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We played them earlier in the season, so
it was tough. The K-State game, God, that in and out bucket, by JJ at the end.
To me, the frustrating part was because we haven't. Well, you went to the Pitt game, but that wasn't as much of an away game as this was an away game, and you kind of felt that a little bit,
I'll tell you what, we need more Mountaineers out there. We were feeling lonely.
Yeah.
We actually got interviewed by the Power and Light District. I don't know. They had this. She's an MC, that girl. Maybe I'll flash the picture here. They picked us out in a bar there right in the Power and Light District because we were the only Mountaineer fans they could find there.
We did run into a few later.
Well, we ran into two outside. Then we ran into the family that drove from Preston County. At the game too. But besides that, it was all teams, family members, and we met Jalen Hemingway's parents. We met JJ's mom, and that night was a little bit blurry when we met you guys. So we were having a good time. We loved hanging out with you, and thank you for raising such excellent, outstanding representatives of our state and the university. Thank you. I meant to tell you that, guys, that night, but
let's not fail to mention we did see Maddie Smith.
Yeah,
and,
Madison Smith,
Danny Nichols.
Yeah, they were there in attendance for the games. It was great to see them, coming back out and supporting the team.
I'm not sure what they thought about us, but we were having fun. We were there to support the Mountaineers. We were having fun.
Yeah, we were doing it loudly, actually. And I've told this story many times because it was funny because it was about midway third quarter, and this young woman comes down and sits a couple rows in front of us, and then she finally had enough gumption to turn around and say, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I'm with the Big 12 Conference, and we've been filming you all night. And is it all right if we use that footage for an upcoming advertisement campaign?" It was, sure, we didn't care. And then we signed it. I was kind of afraid we'd wake up in the morning missing kidneys and stuff. Because I was like, wait, what did I just sign? Who was that person? Did she have credentials?
She probably sat in front of us. Just she had to sit there for a while just to wait till we shut up long enough for her to probably get a word in.
Yeah. I think you were more talkative than me. No, you weren't. I was probably worse. And I'll tell you what, that was the only time ever. I mean, we've been to damn near every one of us has been to every home game this year. Yeah. We've never got on the Jumbotron. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw me and you were highlighted going, yeah, like total meatheads. Yeah. Representative, ambassadors for the Big 12 and WVU women's basketball.
Yeah, we'll do better next year.
Yeah,
we didn't do bad. We didn't do bad. We might have been a little loud, but we had to make up for the overwhelming crowd that.
Yeah, it was insane. I think the K-State game, they said it was like 6,600 people there. Yeah. And I guarantee it was less than 100 WVU fans. Yeah. That's why that tournament needs to rotate. I'm sorry. I mean, hats off to the Power and Light District there in Kansas City.
Place.
But I mean, it was great. It was a great place to hold an event like that. But damn, man, that's home game shit for them.
For sure.
It was really rough. Maybe because we were sitting in the middle of it, but man, at times we seemed louder. Oh, we forgot to tell you, there's an MC too. There, like they do, in between TV timeouts, they have a little contest and stuff, and they interview and they have a guy on camera. And we actually saw him leaving the T-Mobile Center. Do you remember that, Shane?
Yeah.
And we got to confirm that these stories are true, but it's stop figments of our imagination. But yeah, he came out and I was like, "Hey, man, hey, good job tonight." And I said, just curious, it seemed like we were really a lot of the WVU fans, and there was a lot of Kansas State fans. And he was like, "Man, I swear 90% of the time you guys were louder than the K-State fans."
There you go. We done our part.
Yeah. And then he got kind of mad at me. You remember that? He's like, "Wait, you're not really placating me." And he stopped in his everybody's like, "Look, man, there's enough shit going on this planet that I ain't got time to placate you. If I said it was that way, it was that way." All right, man. Yeah, he was very nice. But like I said, hats off, props to here Kansas City and the Power and Light District. And the Big 12 for throwing a great party and celebration of women's basketball. It was a good time. We loved County Road. That was a good place to go.
County Road's
They're missing an R and an S, but man, it was a good place. But I'll tell you what, man, the people there were genuinely, friendly. They were interested in us, and they were probably because they were shocked to see WVU fans there. Like, hey,
no, it's a cool weekend. Next year, I almost assume it'll probably be in the same place. I don't know.
Sucks.
I don't know if it's how far out the contract's for or anything, but Yeah, there's it's a good venue for it. It's just unfortunate that it's in such a place that you get such a home crowd. But I mean, that's going to be everywhere if you don't rotate it.
Yeah, well, you rotate it around so different teams have the ability or the chance to have that, the home court advantage. Because that was crazy. I felt like I was in wherever the hell, where are they at? I can't even remember where Kansas State's at. Damn it. All right, we're not even going to focus on it. Damn it.
Yeah, no, it's right there.
But still, a couple hours they told us away. 2.5 hours away.
Is it Manhattan? No,
Manhattan is Kansas.
Yeah.
God dang it, I can't remember. But anyways, I mean they're right there, and it's kind of stick. And actually, the next day, you were talking to the activist on the street.
Yeah.
Because
we had time to kill.
Yeah, we had time to kill, and our flight wasn't leaving until the evening.
We're on the way to Comic-Con.
Yeah, and he got pulled over by an activist, and he decided to have a conversation, and I didn't. I turned away. And as soon as I turned away, there is the entire Kansas State women's basketball team right there in front of me.
I missed it.
Yeah, you did. And I had to, wear my WVU gear, and I just had to say, good game last night, ladies. You broke this old Mountaineer's heart, but good game. Boy, that Io Lee she was tall, man. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, man. She's a
force.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't score 40 points a night. She'd score 40 points a night against me. I guarantee that, man. Jeez Louise.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this is the point you can slide in you shooting basketball, trying to win the...
I know. I did a little cheaty cheat, too. And I still didn't win.
Yeah, you came close.
Yeah. It was like, close. How many buckets can you make in a minute? And I made 30 baskets in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Then the person that won 38, made 38 buckets. But all I was doing was standing right underneath and doing this, and I still couldn't beat him. That's what sucked. But I'm so old, I was getting tired. Well, it was embarrassing. I mean, those kids are like, because I'm so tall, they're like, dunk it. And I'm like, I'm too old. Stop.
Does it say something that, like, there were us in line and then, like, 12-year-olds.
Yeah. They're giving us grief. I didn't like that. At all.
I think we were being heckled a little bit.
Yeah. Dunk it, old man. I can't.
But yeah, no, it was that was some of the little side events they had going on.
But it was a great time. I know it's going to be there next year, but now I'm almost wanting to make that a yearly destination. I had so much fun.
It was cool. Yeah, and we obviously learned probably a few things we do different.
Yeah,
the area a little better, and but yeah, for sure.
Definitely stay right there at the Power Light and save on Uber.
Yeah, I mean, we were originally looking at it. The hotels were kind of expensive, but
all the Uber we did was. Yeah, walking distance, get somewhere in a walking distance at the Power Light District. You're going to have a blast. I had so much more fun than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made it through the tournament. Now it's time for
another tournament, bigger tournament.
I know, and I'm sorry, we have very, very little footage. We didn't take any B-roll from KC.
Got a little bit.
We got a little bit. Nothing in the game.
Nothing good, but
But we actually went to the selection party last night. We watched it with the team. Great turnout, by the way.
Yeah, really good turnout.
I was really shocked by that and pleased. I mean, shocked and pleased by that.
A lot of interest in this team, and that's cool.
Especially now, yeah. And we drew Albany Region 2, 8th seed. We're heading to Iowa City. I think the 8th seed is bullshit.
Yeah,
I mean, Kansas got 8th seed. I know they started playing better later in the year, but I mean, we beat them by 25. Come on, we're the same seed. And I was shocked at Iowa State. Iowa State was a 7th seed. I thought, making it to the Big 12 championship game, beating the regular season champ. Besides Texas getting the 1 seed, I think the Big 12 was kind of slighted. overall. Kansas State made the what? They're a 4 seed, right? Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, ultimately, you got to play. You got to play everybody to get there. So I don't know.
But we get first game coming up on Saturday, 5:30 on ESPN2. We're playing Princeton.
Don't know a lot about them.
Looking at them, I'm shocked at I don't what I've done researching them wise. I'm not sure what to make of them.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I mean, they've done great early in the season. I mean, they beat Oklahoma as well. They took it to the limit with K-State and UCLA and came up short. But my thing is, all right, their top 3 performers are their guards. Guard positions, I think the tallest is 5'10". The highest scorer is Caitlin. What's her name? Where is she at? Caitlin Chen. I think she's averaging 15.6 points a game.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing that throws me off more than anything about the competition. Yeah, they were 13-1 in the Ivy League. What would this school have been? What would WVU have been in the Ivy League?
Yeah, I guess, obviously we'll never know, but there is good conversation to have. It's hard to.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, shooting, she only ended up with 15.6. I mean, she's probably good. They got 2 people, her and Madison St. Rose, that are above 10 points a game average. Their third place is a freshman from Los Angeles, Sky Belker. She's averaging just under. I mean, those are by far the 3 people that make that team go.
Right.
And they're all guards, and I just don't think that they
won't match up with our guards.
I just don't know.
If we're going guard for guard, I guess. Look at it that way.
But see, that's what flips me out. They beat Oklahoma. They took Kansas State to the wire. They took UCLA to the wire at UCLA. But one thing I've read is their offensive production has really decreased over the last few games, or in the tournament. That's what I've been reading up on them. We'll see. Like you said, they do have some size, but they are just not. I swear, this is almost. I think they try to do the press, and we looked at. I think that's kind of their thing, their tenant. But we looked at it, and they were almost 5 steals less per game. They're the Wish version of us.
Virginia.
Yeah, they are. They're the
Wish Virginia.
They're a Wish Virginia.
Yeah, no, I mean they're certainly not to be overlooked though. Like you said, they've been in some games, and they were kind of a surprise team last year too. So
yeah, they've won the first round. The last 2 years they've actually pushed through. So they're due to lose for one thing.
There you go.
And I want to, I think it's either going to be really tight, or I think we're just going to beat the living snot out of them. I think there's potential. I think Cincinnati could have went 13-1, 12-2 in the Ivy League.
Yeah.
I think they could have done. I think, and this is the thing that we're talking about that I said earlier. If we can stay consistent and shoot, well, at least just score consistently. Don't have 4-minute droughts, 3-minute droughts without scoring a bucket. We're gonna. I have a feel. I can't wait to see what the spread's going to be, but I gotta think Vegas has this on top. But I don't think Vegas.
Probably not by much, but I'm sure we should.
5-point favorite, 6-point favorite, maybe.
I don't know whether I don't know who was the team that we just barely the team we played with the kids
with the kids,
the school day where all the kids came.
Oh, Wright State.
Wright State, yeah, right. Wright State, they're a good program, but sometimes these teams amp up a little more. Well, but they amp up more, and we don't. Yeah, we were like, could kind of overlook a team, and we definitely can't do it with this team.
I don't think we will. I think Coach Kellogg, like I said, what I can see, they rebound like shit. They don't have a good rebounding team. I got to quit cussing. I'm sorry. I apologize. They're not good rebounders. They don't make it to the free throw line much. We should make it more to the free throw line. And like I said, it almost seems like a weaker version of us. I don't know if they're pressing a lot, but they try to get a lot of steals. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't on the radar whatsoever. So I've not tried to watch anything or
see anything.
They're looking at some stats or stuff like that.
I mean, it's interesting.
So I guess a week from now I might have a different opinion, but
I mean, just like point, I think we're a little bit better than they are, but we got two people really scoring the points for us, just like they do, and we have that's JJ Quinley and Jordan Harrison. But instead of having just a third player that's kind of up there, we have two. We have it points wise, Lauren Fields and Kyle Watson. I mean, JJ's obviously 19.6. Jordan is 13.8. Lauren Fields is right up there at 9.6, almost double. And then we have Kyle Watson at 8.1. And I mean, like I said, it's interesting. It's almost like West Virginia. It is. That you could, when you look at the leaders, our leaders are guards. I just think, I'm hoping, I can't wait to see what the spread is, but I think we got a shot at that. I think either it'll be a close game or we're going to blow them out of the water. I think those are the two.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I don't think we'll win by like 8 kind of off, or either we're going to smoke them or.
Not overlooking it, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that we've just, I don't know. I think we've got more on the line to not lose out the first game. I don't know. I feel good about this.
We're a different team than last year.
Yeah, different for sure. Yeah, for sure. And I don't know, not to look past them, but if we were to look past them.
Yeah. I mean, at first, we were talking about earlier tonight. I was, fucking what a bum deal. We got seated 8th. We should have been seated a little bit higher, maybe closer, so the fans could travel a little bit better. But if we win this game and we get to play Caitlin Clark, it may be Monday night prime time on ABC.
Everybody will be watching.
Yeah. It will be so much exposure for this program.
Yeah.
And if we could reach out, I mean, Kansas State beat Caitlin earlier in the year. That's one of their 4 losses.
They got 4 losses. They're not unbeatable.
Yeah, and a team that we went to overtime with beat them.
Yeah.
And if we can, compete, drive them to the end, man. How much will that do for recruiting? I'm sorry, I'm a marketing guy, but man, that's huge.
Yeah, I know.
That's huge.
Hey, obviously, she's made a huge difference in women's basketball.
Yes,
even if you don't follow basketball or women's basketball, that name is still. People know that name.
Yeah, I saw her in a State Farm commercial with with pro football players and shit. But another thing that's amazing, I read that the first 2 games sold out. before the bracket even came out.
Yeah.
They were sold out. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And damn it, I want the WVU women to experience that at home.
Yeah.
You know, God, that support. I mean, if we go out there and we beat, man, we'll drive to Albany. I'll drive to Albany, New York, man. If we make it through these two, we made it to KC, damn it. We'll drive to Albany.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies. I know you desire our presence, but all right.
Go.
Hey, man, we screwed up everything. I ran out of disk space. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, man.
For you.
Shut up. It's going to be a long day tomorrow, too. But, man, I want to thank everybody, the people that watched us. We still got one more episode coming up, most likely after the tournament. And if you're lucky, you'll see us up in Albany.
Let's hope it works out that way.
Yeah, if it works out that way, we're just going to work out.
It's going to work out that way. Feel good about it. Feel good about it.
All right. Well, for Shane, I'm Chad. Until next time, we might see you in Albany.